I'm Lisa. Today's class is going to be a Vinyasa flow. We'll be moving up the chakras. Today's chakra class is the Heart Chakra, also called Anahata in Sanskrit. So a little bit of description about this chakra. It is the kind of like the gateway between the upper level consciousness, the upper three chakras, and the lower three chakras. So this is our fourth of the seventh chakras. And the interesting thing about our heart chakra is it helps to take higher kind of level consciousness, emotions, and it sublimates or transforms them to be expressed through the physical plane, which is what the lower three chakras represent. And the heart chakra is denoted by the color green. We often think of the heart as being like red. Actually, it vibrates at the frequency that corresponds with the color green. The endocrine gland that is affected by this chakra is the thymus gland right here, kind of by our lungs. And our thymus gland is responsible for our immunity. And in addition to the thymus gland, this whole area, the heart, of course, the lungs, the respiratory system, the circulatory system, the ribs are also all governed by this chakra. So today's class will be doing a lot of heart opening and heart kind of closing or folding in, depending upon, we do both movements in both of these directions to kind of help with the flow of energy in opening up this chakra, either holding in our energy if we're feeling deficient, or kind of expressing and opening up and releasing energy if we have more excessive heart chakra energy. So for today's class, once again, feel free to have any props that you would like, and we'll begin. Start upright in Sukhasana, seated easy pose. Start to breathe in and out through the nose. Sitting up tall, elevating the spine, trying to create more space between the ribs and the vertebrae in your back, just to find more room to breathe. Begin to move into more of a rhythmic flow. I should say also that this chakra, the element that it is governed by is the element of air. Air is something that we can't always see, or we don't usually see, but sometimes we can. For example, the effects of air. So when it becomes windy, we can see the effects of air as it blows trees, leaves. We can feel it on our skin when the wind is blowing. So we're kind of moving up to, moving away from some of these more physical sensations such as earth, fire, water, which were the lower three chakras. Earth was the first chakra, water is the second chakra, fire is the third, and now we're moving up into things that are a little bit more subtle or esoteric, such as air. Sometimes we can sense it, either by touch or by sight. Other times we can't. So as you're breathing your air in and out, we're going to start warming up the back. Now we're going to do some back circles. As we've done this in the past, I'll say make a big circle or a small circle, go slow or fast. This time we're going to slow our circle down to make it follow our breath. So you can see I'm just kind of turning around here, but now I'm going to start to incorporate my breathing. So as I start to circle forward, take a nice, big, slow inhale. As you circle back, a bigger and longer exhale. So you'll notice, in order to follow your breath, you're going to have to do a much slower circle. Feel free to do a small circle or a big circle, depending on how the back feels, but make that circle follow your breath. The next time you come forward, stop. You'll inhale again, but now turn the other way. So So once again, we're inhaling as we come around and forward, exhaling as we are off at the sides and rolling to the back. See if you can get Ujjayi breath as you rotate around. Can you hear the breath as it moves through your throat? And then on your next exhale, you'll stop, roll back up. Once again, you're getting a tall lifted spine. Feel free to sit on a pillow, a block, or a bolster, blanket. We're going to move to Baddha Konasana. Cobbler's pose or bound ankle. The knees are out to the sides, and if the knees are up higher and you need some support, placing pillows underneath the outsides of the knees or the thighs can help make this pose more comfortable. You may notice as you're in this pose, if you're kind of rotating, rounding back, see if you can lift up, elevating the spine, tipping the hips forward. And if that's hard to do, that's an indication to sit on top of a prop. So we're sitting upright, opening our chest, drawing our shoulders back. If it feels good to you, you can lean forward. If it doesn't, just stay upright. Breath is moving in and out. And now slowly roll back up. Take the hands to the outsides of the knees, draw them in, and extend your legs straight out in front of you. We're going to move to forward fold, Paschimottanasana. This is a heart pose, heart chakra pose. We're folding in and kind of conserving our energy, our heart energy. So from here, if you want, you can take a strap and place it around the feet, as I have, or you can just use your hands and extend forward. This is our first stretch for our hamstrings, so you might be feeling quite tight. That's okay. I want you just to extend forward so that you're feeling the stretch, but not any strain here. So once again, we're lifting up tall, opening the chest. On your next exhale, you're hinging forward, slowly coming forward. Just starting to get that stretch. Keeping the heart a little bit more open here. In a moment, we're going to go deeper and you can fold in. And if it feels good to you now, you can fold forward and down, maybe reaching more towards the toes, rounding the back a little bit more. And once again, breathing. Slowly roll back up, set your strap aside, and shake the legs out. From here, let's go ahead, move on to all fours, just for a few quick cat-cows. Knees are coming down from the hips, your hands are coming down from the shoulders. Draw the shoulders back, start to relax your belly a little bit. Let it hang down. And then slightly bend the elbows back towards the thighs. Inhale, drawing your chest, your heart forward, your gaze up. Exhale, round, pull the belly in towards the spine, chin towards your chest. Inhale once again, forward and up to your cow. Exhale to your cat. Inhale to your cow. Exhale to cat. From here, roll all the way up. Step forward with your right foot, a big step. If you need to, take a moment to pad your left knee. As you're here, square off the hips so both hips are facing forward along with that right foot. Exhale, start to extend forward and down. This is your Anjaneyasana, a big opener for the left hip, the front of the hip. Try to keep your right knee stacked above the right ankle. And if you want, you can lean forward onto that right thigh or use your block. Rest your left hand on your block, placing that block underneath the left shoulder. From here, just start to push back and away, going deeper, taking just the chest back, opening up more for the heart. Inhale your arms up. Exhale them in at your heart. Inhale again here. And then as you exhale, twist over to your right, taking that left elbow onto your right thigh, stacking, right elbow goes up to the sky. Slightly draw the right hip back, so in the direction back behind you. Try not to lean heavy into that left arm with the chest, just slightly lift the chest up and away. Release, coming back up. And from here, let's just do a little bit of movement forward and back. Stretching out once again the hamstrings a little bit more. And then staying in a hamstring stretch, the right toes are flexed. You're drawing the right hip back. If it's hard to come with the hands to the mat, once again, one or two props can help. If you have two blocks, one on each side of you, or if you just have one block, placing it kind of underneath the shoulders will help, and you can open up the chest and extend back more. All right, with some bend in that right knee, slowly rise up. Draw the right knee back. Your knees are about hip distance apart. I'm going to come turn this way so you can see better. Step your left foot forward. Square off your hips, engage the belly. Exhale, release forward and down. Starting to feel now the stretch in the front of the right hip. Breathing. Pushing back and away with just the chest. Inhaling your arms up, maybe taking the gaze up. Exhale, hands come in at your heart. Inhale again. And then as you get towards the end of your next exhale, you're twisting to your left, taking the right elbow to the left thigh. Left elbow goes up to the sky. Draw the shoulders away from your neck. Lift the chest up and off of that right arm a little bit. See if you can sink lower and down. See if you can take this left hip and slightly draw it back. Breath is moving. Release and lift up. Let's do a little bit of movement back and forth. Flexing the left foot every time you extend back. And then this time stay with an extended left leg. Left foot is flexed. You're stretching out the hamstring a little bit more. Draw that left hip down and back to find length in the left side of the waist. If you can go deeper, see if you can flatten the back, opening the chest. Your gaze is going forward out beyond the left toes. The face is soft and relaxed. The breath is flowing. All right, start to put bend in that knee. Go ahead and step on back. The knees are still hip distance apart. We're going to do a little bit of movement, try and open up the shoulders a little bit to get ready for our chaturangas. So, just go ahead, hands are about shoulder distance apart, and draw your bottom in, okay? Belly is strong, back is flat, back side of the body. We're going to just release down, chaturanga, elbows point straight behind. They're tucked in closer to your ribs. From here, inhale up to an easy cobra, release down, push back and up, child's pose. Let's kind of add a little bit more flow into this. Moving with your breath. One more. Chaturanga down. Exhale. Inhale to cobra. Exhale down. Push back up. Inhale and then release with an exhale back to child's pose. Staying in this child's pose. Breathing. Stretching. Reaching forward to help open up the shoulders, the armpits, the front of the chest. And now rise back up. From here, curl under your toes, push to a down dog, pedal your feet. Kind of releasing the ankles, the calves. And start to let the heels make their way downward towards the mat, pushing back with the arms. See if you can lift the tailbone up higher. If you're feeling tightness, keep some bend in your knees. You'll be able to open up the chest and the heart more. Now on your next exhale, walk your feet forward to Uttanasana. Top of the head hangs heavy. Shift the weight to the front of your feet and do some slow head circles, much like we were doing with our circles at the very beginning of the class, our back circles. And then make sure you stop and you turn your head the other direction. If this bothers your neck in any way, just go ahead and leave the head still, but try and release the top of the head down to help decompress the neck. Body weight should still be in the front of your feet. Let's inhale and rise to Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold, opening the chest, flattening the back. Bend in the knees if you need to help get that flatter back. Shifting the weight forward, finding length in the neck, extending the crown of your head out forward. From here, fold back down, put a lot of bend in your knees, slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time. From here, reach the arms up, bringing them together above your head, and then exhale them in at your heart. We're going to do Surya Namaskar B today. Make sure you're at the top of your mat. This involves chair pose, so the feet can either be together or they can be hip distance apart for your chair. If you keep your feet about hip distance apart, make sure the knees are directed forward in line with your toes. Here we go. Inhale, chair, palms reach up. You're scooting the knees and the bottom back so you can quick glance down and easily see all 10 toes. And then take the gaze to rise upward, draw the shoulders back. Feel the shoulder blades flatten into your back even. Exhale, forward, fold down. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale down, step back into your plank. You're inhaling in your plank, getting strong. Exhaling, chaturanga. Inhaling to a cobra. Exhaling, down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Take a moment just to open up more here. Roll the ankle. And see if you can raise that right leg even higher. Breathing. On your next exhale, bend the right knee, drawing it in towards your chest. Step the right foot forward, release the left heel down. Heel to middle of arch alignment. Unless you have an injury in the hip, rising to warrior one. Sinking in, right knee is aiming forward. Try not to let the right knee be in front or above the toes, keeping it stacked more by the ankle, pushing into the outside edge of your left foot, but facing forward in the same direction as the right leg. Breathing. Exhale, hands come down. Step back into your plank with an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg up, rolling the ankle, and doing a little bit of movement. See if you can raise the left leg up higher. On your next exhale, step your left foot to the top of your mat, releasing the right heel down, inhaling, backing up. Warrior one, sinking into the left knee a little bit more. Feeling the opening, pushing more into the right heel. Breath is flowing. If you want, gaze can go up or forward. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, stepping back to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Try to keep the chest open, the shoulders drawn back. Your gaze is slightly in front of you. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Taking another breath. On your next exhale, walk your feet or lightly hop them forward to the top of your mat into your forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, release down. Choose how you want your feet as you rise up to chair. Inhale, chair. Then finish the rise up. Hands come together above your head. Exhale in at your heart. All right, so we're going to add on more heart opening poses here in our Surya Namaskar B, our Sun Salutation B. Here we go. Once again, we're going to begin with our Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, sinking into your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale down, step back to your plank with an inhale, or you can always do a jump back to chaturanga if you're warmed up. Get into a strong plank. Exhale. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, down dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, draw it through. We're rising to our warrior one again. Inhaling, up and back, keeping the breath flowing, stabilizing in your warrior one. And then from here, transitioning to warrior two. Arms are at the same level. If you have an injury, just release that hand down at your waist. Roll the shoulders down and back. See if you could open up for the heart a little bit more. Check the right knee. Keep the right knee open so that the middle of your kneecap is in line with your second and third toes. Let your gaze extend forward, out beyond the right fingertips. Turn the right palm up. Let's reverse our warrior. Left arm can go down the leg or behind the back or in, reaching forward into that right hip crease. So we're kind of opening up. Our gaze is going up. This is a heart opening pose. From here, release, windmill the hands down, step back into your plank, and your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. All right, so from your down dog, we have an opportunity to kind of go into an even bigger heart opener. We can flip or reverse our dog. From here, let me turn the other way so I don't hit my own dog. We're going to place our body weight into our right hand and our right leg and lift up the left foot and the left arm, exposing our heart and our stomach to the sky. Try and stack the right shoulder pretty much above the right hand. Your gaze is going back. You can go into a deeper pose by maybe extending the left leg out, creating a mudra with the left hand into wild thing. Swing back around and move back to your down dog. From here, inhale your left leg up. Exhale, step it forward and through to the top of your mat. Right heel goes down. Inhale, warrior one. Recapturing your breath as you're here. Letting the heart rate slow down a little bit and transferring into your warrior two. Keeping the left knee open, slight engagement of our solar plexus chakra. Arms are reaching forward and back. Chest is opening. Gaze is going forward, out beyond the left fingertips. Modify if you need to, if you have an injury. Turn the left palm up. Let's reverse our warrior. With the right hand, taking it down the right leg or reaching it behind your back and forward into that left hip crease. Windmill the hands down. Step back into your plank with an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. All right, I'm going to turn to the other side once again. All right, so from your down dog, we can go into a big heart chakra pose by reversing our dog and then moving into wild thing. So from here, body weight goes into the left hand and the left foot. When you're ready, you're opening up, lifting the chest and the belly up to the sky, looking behind you, making a mudra with the right hand. So taking the thumb and the forefinger together, and then extending the left leg out straight if you want to wild thing. And breathing. Then flipping back down and around into your down dog. Take a momentary rest in a child's pose. Letting the heart rate and the breath settle down. Start to rise back up. Move into your down dog. Rise into the toes, bend the knees, look between your hands. Exhale, then lightly hop to your Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Feel the surging of your energy going forward. Heart is open. Spine is extended. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, move to your chair pose. Finish the rise up. Hands come together, and then exhale them in at your heart. Namaste. Okay, from here, we're going to move into our standing pose today, which is a big heart opener. Once again, it's called Natarajasana, or Lord of the Dance. Feel free to move to solid or firm ground. If you have a lot of cushion underneath you, it will help with your stability in this pose. Let's begin with our right leg. So we'll begin by taking our weight into our right heel, rolling to the ball of your foot. Spread your toes, then release your toes down into the mat. Shift the hips forward. You're drawing your bottom in. Engage the belly. Find a spot in front of you to gaze at. Then you're reaching the left hand down, grabbing the left foot. If you want, you can change the rotation and take your left hand where the thumb is facing forward, rotate outwards so that the thumb is facing behind you, and you can grab the arch of your foot. It will help you to open up the shoulder joint and to go a little deeper. Raise your right arm up and look out in front of you. Breathing, stabilizing. If you can go deeper, you're starting to take that left knee back and up. You're starting to pull the left heel away from you so that it's pulling the left shoulder back. It's a big opening for the left shoulder. Then you can descend forward with the chest, the head, and that right arm, lifting that left knee up. Breathing. Slowly rise up. Still keeping the left foot lifted. Just release the right hand down. And now release the left leg. Shake it out. Okay. Now let's go to the other side. We'll begin with the left foot as our standing base. Roll from the left heel to the ball of the foot, spread the toes, release them down. Transfer all your weight, shifting the hips forward, engaging the belly. You should feel kind of more muscular engagement all the way down that left leg. From here, you're grabbing the right foot, gazing at the spot out in front of you. To go deeper, instead of the right thumb being forward, rotate outward so the right thumb is reaching behind you, or pointed behind you, and then grab the arch of the right foot. Keep the belly engaged, raise the left arm up and breathe. We can make our Lord dance, going deeper by extending the right knee, back and up. The right heel pulls away from your body, then descend forward with the upper body. Breath is moving. Slowly take it back up. Belly stays firm to help you rise without losing your balance. Still holding and breathing. Lower just the left arm down. Chest is open. And now release the right hand and the right foot, shaking it out. Okay, from here, let's make our way back down to our mats. I'm gonna grab a couple props for what we have coming up. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do one more heart opener. This is called Matsyasana, or fish pose. You can use your props to make this pose more comfortable. If you have any neck issues, you may want to use a prop. That can help. You can also just do a slight variation where you're not really opening up as much for the throat if you have an issue. So, From here, we're going to lay down on our backs. Let me have my props here so I can show you a couple variations. Your legs are going to be together. Feet are going to be flexed as you lay down. Okay, so reach your shoulders down, and the hands are reaching towards your feet to make some space between the shoulders and the neck. Your palms are facing up. From here, you're going to roll and place each hand underneath your hips. You should feel your shoulders open up, and you should feel the elbows as though like you're laying underneath them. Feet stay flexed, legs are firm. You're going to imagine that you have a rope attached to your heart, and that's going to lift you straight up towards the sky. So in this pose, your heart is the highest part of your body. You're going to notice as you lift up, weight goes into the elbows. Then you're going to open up, looking back behind you, and release gently the top of your head to the mat. Breathing here, drawing your shoulders away from the neck. If this is problematic, you can lay on a pillow underneath kind of like your shoulder blades or a block. Placing that kind of right there along the length of your spine, it will give you support and help keep you lifted, and you're still releasing back with the head to whatever degree you can. It's not quite as deep. Okay, so you're breathing. Now imagine that that rope is reattaching to your heart. It's going to lift you up again. Take the gaze back to neutral, slowly lower down, and release your hands out at your sides. Okay, shake out. And then from here, we're going to move into a little bit more of a spinal twist. Bend your knees. You can place a pillow between your knees or a block if you have any kind of back strain. If you want to go to a deeper twist, the left leg is straight, the right knee is drawn into your chest. Taking an inhale, and then when you're ready, you'll exhale and release the right knee or both knees if they're bent over to your left side. Once here, open up the right arm and turn your head to the right. Modify if you need to by changing the position of that right arm so it's more comfortable, or even the turn of your head. Maybe your gaze is going up. Bring your head back to center. Make your way onto your spine. Staying still, or maybe swaying the knees or hugging them into your chest. You can rock side to side. And from here, once again, either both knees are drawn into your chest for your twist, or the right leg is straight and just the left knee is drawn in. Taking an inhale, and then towards the end of your exhaling, you're rolling onto or over to the right side. Open the left arm and turn your gaze to the left. Try and make this pose as comfortable as possible for you so it feels relaxing and releasing. Try not to let it be aggravating anywhere for the body. So props can make a big difference. Let's see here. So we can place a block or a pillow underneath one of the bent knees, or as I said, between both knees if they're bent. Gaze comes back. You're rolling onto your spine. Take a moment, bend both knees, letting the spine release. Swing the knees left and right. then coming back to center. From here, we're going to kind of go in the other direction. Hold in our heart energy chakra. You're hugging your knees into your chest. We're moving to a pose called Apanasana. Lifting the head up, knees come towards the nose, shoulders release down. You're folding in. Breathing. Let the head and shoulders come back to the mat. Release the feet down. Extend the legs out. Put space between the legs. Draw your arms down. Release the shoulders away from the neck. Eyes closed. Feel free to place a prop wherever you need to, either under the knees or under the neck. Before we move into our Shavasana, we're going to do a little bit of breath work. Moving into 3-part breath. If it feels more comfortable, helps you with this breath, you can place your hands onto your belly. Eyes are closed. Start your inhale from low in the belly, maybe where the hands are. Feel the belly rise. This is the first part of your breath. Then feel the breath expand into the ribs and then move up high towards the collarbones. Exhale out through the nose. Now place the hands on your ribs. Start low in the belly with that first part of the breath, feeling the belly expand and rise. Then move up to your ribs. You should feel the ribs expand and push your hands out to the sides. Then continue and finish the breath up high towards or beneath the collarbones. Hold the breath here just for a moment, a pause. Then exhale through the nose fully. Keep the breath moving. Place the hands up the upper part of the chest near your collarbones and your shoulders. Use your hands to keep your shoulders pressed down and away from the neck as you're inhaling. So let's begin once again our inhale from lower in the belly. The belly should rise. Then the ribs should extend out. And then feel a slight bit of expansion. The collarbones move outwards. The chest rises, but the shoulders stay where they are. They don't hunch and lift up. Pause and hold the breath, feeling the expansion up high. Then exhale, release out through your nose. From here, release your hands back down, away from your sides, palms are turned up. Move into a much more kind of gentle, relaxed breath style as we start to move into our Shavasana. Releasing and letting go from up in the forehead, around the eyes, around the mouth, down the shoulders, releasing and letting go out through the arms, letting the chest, the belly, the lower back all soften and release. Continuing to release down the hips, the thighs, the calves, and out through the feet. Sink more into the mat. Your work, the effort is done. Let the body become more still. Let it move into a more quiet, kind of peaceful state for these next several minutes. position. Start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Deepen the breath. And then roll to your right side. This crystal healing bowl is in the key, or the note is F. It is the same vibrational frequency as the heart chakra. Gently push up into a comfortable forward seated position, bringing your hands together and pulling them in at your heart, chin down and eyes closed. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. Thank you for sharing this heart chakra class. Be well, and as always, the divine in me bows to the divine in you. Namaste. Thank you everyone once again for taking part in this class. I'll be back with more chakra classes in the upcoming weeks. Till then, be well. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.